In this question, we have a toy car accelerating forward for a total time of 5 seconds. So putting a little drawing together here, we have that toy car. It's accelerating for a delta t of 5 seconds. And at this point, we don't know what its initial velocity is or what its final velocity is. Could a student use to determine the average net force exerting on the car as the car accelerates? So our first step should be to start with net force. What is net force? Well, the net force in Newton's second law says it's ma. Net force is also the rate of change in momentum, m delta v over delta t. So we want to know, how would a student determine this? Well, we are going to need to know, we will definitely need to get the mass somehow, like with a balance. So if we look at the first choice, there's no balance. Second choice, there's a balance. Third choice, a balance. And the fourth choice, there's not a balance. So just recognizing that we need to get the mass somehow through the use of a balance gets us to 50-50. And we're given the time, so we're given this. So we have to have a way to get the change in velocity. Now, just to go a little further, the change in velocity, delta v, is v minus v0 over delta t. So we have to find a way to find both the final velocity and the initial velocity. And we're careful to note that it doesn't tell us it's starting from rest. So how might we get the initial velocity and the final velocity? So we got the balance. A motion sensor will determine the speed of the car at time 0 and time 5. Well, that would give us this velocity and this velocity. So it looks like B is our answer. Let's take a look at C. A meter stick to measure the distance the car travels. So if we have the distance, the displacement, we could get delta x over delta t, and that is the average velocity. So we'd be able to get the average velocity, but it will not give us the final velocity or the initial velocity. So in this case, choice C will not provide us enough information to answer that question. And that's why the correct answer is choice B.